Inspired by the life of the savvy and ambitious Colombian businesswoman Griselda Blanco comes a new Netflix original limited series. Griselda tells the story of a devoted mother who, with her lethal blend of charm and relentless savagery, creates one of the most powerful cartels in history. Witness Sofia Vergara's captivating transformation into the godmother of the underworld. Griselda, streaming January 25th, only on Netflix.
Listen to the 48 Hours podcast for shocking murder cases and compelling real-life dramas from one of television's most watched true crime shows. Go behind the scenes of each episode with award-winning CBS News correspondents and producers in Postmortem, a weekly deep dive. Listen to 48 Hours wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and today we have a very special guest in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Lamija. I'm the owner of Kaptive Kandles.
Awesome. And what brought you to Waco? Or are you a Waco native?
I'm from Corsicana, and we moved here 5 years ago.
Yeah.
We moved here because of more opportunities. So Corsicana is a little small town.
Yep.
It's growing now.
I mean, Waco was at one point a small town,
It was. But we used to come here a lot.
Really? What did you guys come here for?
Family.
Okay.
My husband's family lives here, so we would come here to visit them and go shopping. It was better than going to Dallas.
Understandable.
You know, to shop. And yeah, so.
That's so cool. And so now you've been living here for 5 years. So you've seen a lot of growth in Waco.
I have.
Yeah. What is something you've seen?
Oh, the downtown Baylor area. That has grown a lot.
Yeah, and they're building that beautiful new Welcome Center over there, which is a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
Right there next to 35. It's going to be gigantic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's grown a whole lot. And also the outside mall. You know,
people still call that the new mall, and I'm like, what?
I call it the outside mall.
Yeah, the walk mall, whatever.
But,
my mother-in-law, she's lived here for literally her entire life, so she's like, oh, the new mall, and I'm like, you mean the outlet mall, like the where you walk? Who goes to Richland anymore? Listen. But yeah, so you are a small business owner.
I am.
So what has it been like being a small business owner in Waco?
Oh, it's been good. You know, but with the pandemic, was kind of
rough.
It's been rough.
Yeah.
Yes, because when I started like researching everything and preparing and stuff in 2019. And so my launch is the beginning of 2020.
Wow. Oh, no.
Like just to kind of introduce,
Yeah.
you know, and then the pandemic hit.
Yeah, that's what's happened with us as well.
Yes.
The podcast started at the beginning of 2020, and then the pandemic hit. And that's one of the only times we've ever missed an episode was that first week of the pandemic where we were like, I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, it was weird because, you know, I had planned on doing a lot of trade shows and stuff like that to sell my candles and everything and kind of get the outside, you know,
vending
opinion,
opportunities, yeah,
and stuff like that, customers and stuff. And so when it hit, you know, it made me have to shift, in how my marketing plan and everything. So
yeah. And since the pandemic, so you guys have been going strong. So why candles?
So my background is in medical laboratory tech.
Oh wow, interesting.
And so it's a lot of science in it.
Ooh.
And so I've been trying, you know, for a while I had been trying to find something that I could use my background with and also connect and share my faith as well.
Yeah.
And so I came across candle making. I was like, okay, this might be something.
Mm-hmm.
And so so then, I just started researching and, troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it all out, and voila.
Yeah. And you've been doing events. So tell me about the event you hosted.
So originally,
Mm-hmm.
I planned on making candles and just selling those
Mm-hmm.
only. But evolution,
Mm-hmm.
you have to change with the time.
Always
and,
changing.
Yeah, it's always. And so I was like, it'd be nice to just have events.
Yeah.
Candle making events.
That'd
and,
be so fun. I love it.
Yes.
That's how I saw you.
Yeah.
I saw you post about your event. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yes. And so this year is
Mhm.
when I started doing the events. And I hosted my very first event with a sip and pour.
Ooh.
So it was a wine tasting.
Love that.
Yes. And it turned out good.
That's good.
Yeah, it turned out good. Then this past event
Mm-hmm.
was a brunch. No, not a brunch. I'm sorry. Mimosas
Ooh.
and candles.
I love me a mimosa.
Yeah. And funny.
What's a better combo? Just don't drink out of the don't drink out of the candle cup, out of the mimosa
Yeah,
cup.
right. Yeah, no, that probably wouldn't be good. I don't think it would hurt you because a lot of, I try to stay as
Soy-based, natural,
yes,
okay.
as possible, but I wouldn't advise
Probably
it.
not advised.
Yeah.
No drinking candles.
Yes. But yeah, it turned out good.
That's good.
It's been good.
Yeah, and you have another event in the works.
I
So tell me about the one that's
do.
coming up.
The next one is October the 8th
October 8th.
at 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a brunch
Ooh.
and candles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So we went from sip to mimosas to brunch. I see the
Yes.
I see the evolution.
Yes.
I'm loving it. I'm loving
Yes.
it. What's next?
Yes. I also want to do, which I have it on my website as well,
Mm-hmm.
a mommy and me.
Oh,
Something you
that'd
can
be
do with your
so cute.
kids.
Yeah.
Yes. And, still again, sip and pour,
Mhm.
brunch,
Mhm.
or the mimosas,
Yeah.
or private parties as
Yeah.
well.
Ooh, private parties would be fun.
I have one that's supposed to be, it's not final yet, but it's supposed to be coming up in December, a private
Wow.
party.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited about that as well.
Yeah.
So that'll be my first private event.
That's going to be so fun.
Yes.
And so why do you think your business is important here in Waco?
I think it provides something for people to do,
Mm-hmm.
give people more options.
Yeah.
You only can do certain things so many times. And
Yeah.
you get bored, Yeah. And so
I still have been to the zoo like 80 times, so and I will still probably go back again.
Yeah.
When are they
Yeah.
getting those penguins in? That's my real
Yes.
question.
Oh, that would be nice.
I know. They're supposed to be
actually.
getting black-footed African penguins in.
Really?
So that'll be fun. I don't know when it's going to be. I'm pretty sure maybe the summer or something.
Yeah.
But
When I go to the zoo, I go for the aquarium and
Yes.
aquatic life.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
very fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and what is something else you would like to see more of in Waco? I always stump people when I give them this question.
Actually, I would like to see more family entertainment.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I was really excited when they was talking about doing, like right now they have the Cinemark.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be
And
more.
like the main event area too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was excited about that, to bring more activities for kids to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I hope.
Yeah, that'd
that
be
they
so
do.
fun. And then you're getting involved with the community. Is there anybody that has helped you along this journey that you might want to give a shout out to? You can shout out your mom, your dog, or your grandma.
Definitely my family.
Okay, perfect.
Without the support,
Yeah.
that's important. I probably wouldn't even made it past the testing stage.
Does your whole house smell of candles? And now for a word from our sponsors.
Hi, this is Sarah.
And I'm Carter.
and this is some of our thoughts.
We're two Southern sommeliers, and we want to share everything we love and know about wine. We started hanging out during quarantine and cooking and drinking and listening to music, and we just thought this would be a great way to bring everything we know to you guys.
We will make wine knowledge and food pairings easy and approachable. So put on your favorite vinyl, grab your favorite glass of wine, tune into our show, and let's have some fun.
Wine and vinyl. So check us out on roguemedianetwork.com or wherever you get your favorite podcast. We'll be talking about a lot.
Welcome to One Star Rewind, a new podcast about those dreaded one-star reviews that every business owner hates to receive, but yet every customer loves to read. During this podcast, we will peel back that one-star review to better understand how it happened, when it happened, and what the business owner is doing after receiving that one-star review. This podcast will be about love, hate, and laughter. On One Star Rewind, we will meet with real business owners who will tell their stories and how they do rely on reviews for their business. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download us at roguemedianetwork.com. Please subscribe, but only rate and review for not a one-star review. Join us each time for a new review and a new story.
What's your emergency?
Do you hear that? It's coming from the house.
It's coming from inside the house? Do you mean? Could it be?
The Poltergeist. New from Rogue Media. Two haunted hotties talking about haunted places. Every episode we dive deep into the darkest places and give you a bit of history.
We're getting spooky in all the right places.
You've gobbled your last ghoul.
Follow along for the craziest and spookiest stories with Debbie's Dark Tourism. The Stanley Hotel,
Winchester House,
The Alamo,
Hotel Monte Vista,
and more spooky places. Find us at _Poltergals. POLTERGALS.
Look over your shoulder. It's us,
the Poltergals. Wherever you consume the podcast, you can find us there.
And now, back to the episode.
You know, it's funny because at first I had my candle studio in the house. But some things happened and so I had to give up that room and move my room to our outside office.
Hey, there you go.
Yes. Which is a good thing, but then it's a bad thing too.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah, because like, you know, I'm so used to just getting up and just going into the room, you know, I have to like go in the dark out in the back of the house, you know?
Yeah.
So with me moving my studio outside, my house doesn't really smell like candles. And you know, my husband, he's like always saying, you know, you make candles, but you'll never burn them in the house. I'm like, you're not supposed to use your supply.
Yeah. Don't get high, don't supply. There you go. That's so funny.
Yeah, so, you know, I do sometimes, you know, use some.
Just the good ones, you know. You're like, ooh, this one's for me.
But when my studio was in the house, he had a bad habit of just going in there and grabbing
there you
go. Yeah. And I'm like, you can't do that. You're messing up my inventory.
Yeah, I need to keep track of this.
Yes.
That's so funny. And so how did you come up with the name Kaptive Kandles?
Oh, well, like I said before, my business is kind of go hand in hand with your Christian walk. And so with Kaptive Kandles, captive is, captivating the mind.
Yeah.
Trying to intrigue the mind, trying to just get in your mind and captivate it.
Get your attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it was like, it's a play on both, because
I love that.
You have captivating your senses,
Mm-hmm.
And then you have, captivating your mind and your thought process.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And so what is one of your goals by the end of 2022? We're getting close.
Yes. I do want to host more events.
Whoop whoop.
Yes. And I'm hoping to, expand and, hopefully get on like a storefront and everything. And so that's what my goal is.
That's so great. That's amazing. And of course, give me all of your social media, your website, where we can find you.
Okay. Website, KaptiveKandles.com. With K's, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Kaptive with the K, Candles with the K. .com. Facebook, you can reach me at Kaptive Kandles with K's. And Instagram, you can reach me at Kaptive Kandle,
just
without the S.
Slide in that DM. That's what I did. I was like, hey. Really good on response. Can confirm.
Yes, so thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
and I was very excited whenever you. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, of course. That's so awesome. I'm so glad you're doing another event. So you're doing the next one October 8th,
Yes,
4 o'clock. Where are you doing it at?
211 Chama, CHAMA Drive in Hewitt, Texas.
Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
Shout out my Hewitt folks.
Yes, it's right
We love
behind that
Waco
little
and the
Pizza
Renegades.
Hut.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know exactly where it's at.
Yes.
I grew up right there off of Panther Way. So
Oh, okay.
I was a Midway kid back in the day.
Okay. Yeah, my kids go to Midway as
how old are your kids?
16 and 13.
Ooh, I got a 14-year-old little sister, so I know how it would be going right now.
Yes. Oh.
Oh,
yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else you would like to share with our listeners today?
When you visit my website, also check out the name connections. Each candle has its own blog post based
so
off
sweet.
the candle name.
I love that.
And so that's how I link the Christian walk with the business side
I love
of it.
that.
Yeah.
That's so cool. You're an author and a poet and a wonderful candle maker.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
of course. And again, we're really looking forward to your upcoming events, and we wish you the best.
Good. Thank you so much. And you can book on the website.
Book now.
Yes.
KaptiveKandles.com.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you again so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.